Good morning, everyone. It's John here from Northern Star Rabbits. Just want to share with you um, how these heat lamps are helping me to continue my breeding during winter time. I'm in Saskatchewan, Canada, and our winter here is about, on average, would be around minus 15 degrees Celsius. And last December, I had this litter here. Um, they're about 5 weeks now. And I lost one kit from this litter. It was the runt of the litter, but they did pretty good. And they were born at, I think we had a cold snap at minus 25, minus 30 degrees Celsius for a week. And same thing for this guys. They were born at really cold days. But this guys had 5 in their litter. They had 5 on this litter. And they're about 2 weeks old right now. And never lost a kit on this group. I do use a heat lamp on my, I try to put all my litters in the winter time on the very top of the stackers to be easier for me to put up the heat lamps. And I try to keep the heat lamps up until around they're 3 weeks old, and then I pull it out. I have another litter here. This one is about, I think this is about 4 days old. And you see the bowl is frozen. But the kits are staying warm here in the nest box. The mom, this is a first time mom. She did a really good job here on making her nest. See the little guys here. There's this blue kit. Nice and warm here. It's probably like 20 degrees in the nest. I'm not gonna pull them out for a long time because it's minus 15 degrees Celsius right now. But yeah, for the past 3 years I've been breeding in the winter time. Most of my breeding are done in the winter, spring and fall. Because I try to target it so that I have show entries for spring and fall. I rarely lose a kit because of cold weather or frozen kits. Most of the time it's just either the mom didn't kindle on the nest box, or the mom stayed too long on the nest box and the kit got suffocated. I lost one litter earlier this last year because of that, but that rarely happens. Usually when you have the heat lamps, most of the time, well, 90% of the time, your litter would be fine. For colder days, when say it's minus 25 or minus 20, I would keep the nest box or the heat lamp longer. I try to pull out the nest box at about 15-16 days and just I would have this rubber dish for them to start eating there, and they usually stay there. I also, before I used this wooden mat that I DIY'd in there, but I noticed that some of the kids get their hind legs, you know, like a cow hop thing, or no, not a cow hop. Like their legs would be spread out, and usually those kits like those are getting cold. So I stopped using this for kits or younger rabbits. I only use this for my breeders or fully developed rabbits already. I'd rather use this rubber bowl and then let them stay there for a while until they're big enough to actually eat on the J feeders. at least with that, I can rest assured that their hind legs are like this, right? That's what you want for show rabbits. You want them to have a nice squared legs and not pinch. So it most of the time it's structural, but there are the when their bones are still developing and they keep on slipping on the wood, on this wood here, because it's very slippery. It's pretty slippery here, so that might cause their legs to get pinched, or as they develop their bones, they grow bigger. You notice that there would be rabbits that are really so pinched because of it. So I stopped using that wooden mats. I just use these bows now. If I got bigger litter, I would put 2 bows there that are like this, and they will just stay there. And at the same time, you can use it as their feeders. See, it's dry. They didn't pee or poop on it. If it's wet, I'm just gonna clean it and let them use again. But yeah, don't be scared to breed rabbits in the winter time. It's actually not that hard. You just have to be more particular on the nest box. Put lots of hay, and I'll use hay, use straw, and pine shavings. So here's a little update of my rabbits. I just cut down on the rabbits for winter, so I don't have that many. I got a few holes here that has nothing, but I got 3 more does that are due to candle pretty soon. I think in about a week time. So here's another white that I have. She's a doe. She's over a year old now. Never had a litter out of this girl. Her name is Hannah. She's a pretty nice solid girl, but hopefully I'm hoping to get her bred and kindled, because she's over a year old already and it's really hard. I'm really having lots of trouble getting her bred. So if you guys have those young senior does, you know, under a year old, you might want to breed for New Zealand's. You might want to breed them before they get to 1 year old, because if they get over a year old, it's really hard for them to get bred. It seems that the fats would cover their uterus, and it's harder for them to get pregnant. Got some blacks here from last fall. This is a black buck I'm growing. He's 3 months, about 3 months right now. And there's another buck here I'm growing. Hopefully these guys will do good and keep developing the way I want them to develop. For spring, they're gonna be intermediates. And there's a young doe here on the bottom. Oh, look at that top line. Very nice top line there. That's a litter mate to this buck. I got another black buck here I'm growing. He's also 3 months old right now. This guy's got no names yet. They won't get their names until they hit about 5 months. But he's a pretty solid buck, actually. Really nice top line there, solid. So this will be the future herds buck for 2023. By the way, it's January 1st right now, so Happy New Year to everyone. Here's Iron Man. He's a grand champion. Look at this guy. He's solid as a rock. Very nice buck. And this is Lotus with her litter. She had 5, 3 brokens and 2 solids. The brokens has really nice patterns. Look at that broken. And there's another one in the book in the back there. Oh, cute little monkeys. And wintertime, that's one of the problems in the corners. So there's right now when it's -15, -20 degrees Celsius, there's really very minimal things you can do to get that cleaned up. But I'm hoping to clean that up in the springtime, early April. Get everything pressure washed. Here's Elmo. One of the buck I had here. Same problem there in the corner. But look at that guy. He's very nice. Those guys had no Grand Champion legs. I bought them from Dean Sanders of Indiana. He's one of the really good breeders for New Zealand whites. Him and his son Keith, who's my mentor. Those lines are from them. So this is another Sander lines buck I got. A really nice buck. And here's my Grand Champion black buck that is homegrown. Very nice. His name is Albion. Very nice buck. He's on the smaller side, so I tried to pair bigger does to him to get better weight for their offsprings. Look at that top line. That's Claire. She's about to kindle. She's pregnant right now. I think she's gonna kindle mid-January. And Miss Marvel. She's a homegrown blue doe that I produced last winter or last spring, I think. But she had a litter of 5 there. She's a really good mom. And let's look at her. Let's look at her nest box. See, I don't use hay. I use straw here because I think straws are better insulator than hay, and usually they would eat the shit out of hay. So straws are a better option for me. And then pine shavings in the bottom with that 1/2 inch by 1 inch screens. Another grow out I had from last fall. This is a white doe that I held back. So we'll see if she's gonna stay or she'll go in spring. But right now she's pretty nice. She's developing nicely. Everything is frozen, so this I have to check the size. Nice thing about this plastic is you just bang it to the floor. Ice is gone. Do it again or put it back again, and it's gonna be good for like 3 to 4 days. Here's another broken blue doe. One of the original blue doe I had. Oh, she's actually a really nice doe. She looks long here on the side now, but she's pretty nice. She's the mom to Albion. That's Arcola. And here's Kara. That's Kara. Oh, look at that. How deep she is. She just had a litter last November, I think. I'm gonna get her bred soon. And another girl out, a black buck. He actually had a white nose marking here. Can you see? If you can see that, you get a white spot in the nose. I was thinking of calling him, but if you look at how nice his tap line is, so I held him back, and I might just use him to my brokens. Hopefully, to a broken doe, and then I can keep that top line. He's actually out of the Sanders white doe and my buck Albion. So that's the risk of breeding white to blacks, you can get those white spots or white stray hairs. But for me, I think it's better for you to work on the type first, because for me, like the Sanders whites had really nice body type, and I want to incorporate it to my blacks. So I got the black nice buck, and now I'm just gonna breed him to brokens or another solid black, and get that top line and correct the problem with the four. You know, it's not hard to correct those four problems, those white spots or stray hairs. You can get rid of them in like in 2 generations. You just have to breed them back to a solid line, like solid black line or solid broken lines without any white ancestors. And usually in 2 to 3 generations, that's gonna be corrected. So this is Jenny. I bred her twice last year, but I tried to bred her last week. She doesn't want to lift. It's getting harder to get them bred when they rest for too long. So, but I don't breed as many if I don't have anything, any shows. I'm planning on those months that they're gonna be hitting juniors or intermediates, so I have to wait sometimes. But look at this brokens. These little guys are just stacking there on the ball. Anyways, that's the little update of the northern